Hey guys, Ellen Prince here. Welcome back to wait, what do you mean we're no longer doing the tropical theme? Nope, wait. I swear, we can make this work. We'll go back to Giant Steep, have a grand old time, and nope, stop. Stop pulling me along. Stop. Nope. Let me back in, god damn it. Right. We're back to serious business. We're going into Dark Bramble. Gonna mess around with that. Also gonna have to deal with whatever's going on the Ash Twins. We've got more teleporters to check out, I think. Specifically trying to get to the Sun Station, as well as the core of the Ash Twin project to find the masks. That's the major things, but first we're going to go into Dark Bramble, try and find the specific place that the ship crashed. And yeah, let's see you guys in the video proper, and figure out how all that is going to go. See you in the video. Hey, it is Editing Sven. This is the first time you've probably seen me since, God, I want to say early Dark Souls videos, or hell, maybe even my Metro series, but figured out the solution to this. After a minute or so into the recording, my audio on the microphone cuts out. I'm not sure why. Managed to fix it, hasn't been an issue since, but audio of the microphone just cut out. What I'm going to do with the solution to this, I'll be narrating over what happens and editing the footage. I'll try to keep things fairly coherent and well put together with the important bits left in, but unfortunately there's really nothing much I can do. I will have it linked below, the full unedited version. I'll have my face camera moved so you can watch the full hour and change in which I go about the video, but that'll be a unlisted video, so again, it'll be linked down below if you really want to see my full journey. But that's about what we're going to be dealing with here. I'll be narrating over it, I will edit it. I'm not sure how long it'll be edited down to, but it's about an hour and 12 minutes that, you know, is going to be edited down into however long it takes. But I am going to disappear off to the side. We'll, flick the recording version of me off, and yeah, let's get started. Thank you for watching, and see you in the video proper. And we have woken up. Ladies and gentlemen, we are off to Dark Bramble. As I said before, gonna figure out what all we can there and deal with that as we go. Because after that, the major thing is gonna be here. Figure out where exactly we need to go on the Ash Twins to get to the Sun Project, as well as the Ash Twin Project memory room area. Hello, Quantum Moon. Having our sights set on the vessel, cosplaying as a rose bush in the dead of winter, we first must brave the second bit of non-pedal life we have found in this world, the anglerfish. Really interesting that we appear to be dealing with mostly aquatic-based life forms, and, you know, not even to mention the fact that Harthians evolved from a salamander species of some variety. But going through, we end up becoming fish food a few times in a lovely reference to the most recent season of House of the Dragon. I will say House of the Dragon has improved since the last one, but God, I wish that it was a bit better than what it actually was. I have yet to watch the latest episode, but we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. But drifting through without adjusting our stick in any way, shape, or form, we end up getting roughly to where we need to go, though once or twice we do suffer from the brilliant idea of flying right into the mouth of one of the anglerfish. Couldn't explain why that was such a brilliant idea, but by God, we managed to do it. Musing on these bits and bobs we find within the Tardising rose bush, particularly the massive amount of quantum stone found within some of the deeper chambers, we eventually lay eyes upon the goal we have had since we found the very first escape pod on the Ember Twin, the vessel. This is in markedly good shape for being at least 280,000 years plus a few generations at the very least, if we're going off of the reading on the Sun Station, and assuming that now my timetables are accurate and comparative to ours. Making our way through the ship onto the bridge, we pass a not unconcerning amount of skeletons, but definitely not nearly as sobering as the group we find at the Seed in the other Chamber of Dark Bramble. But going through here, we deal with the joy of realizing that we will run low on fuel, doing a quick once-over and relying on our oxygen as a propellant. We read the messages on the walls and the scroll we find in the back area, learning more and more about the final moments before and after the Why the blazes does it say nautiloid? This isn't 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. The Naumai's fateful jump in which they got drug into the Dark Bramble, most likely, if I had to guess, due to the large amount of quantum rocks that are in the area, and eventually the ship getting subsumed by the thorny vines. Messing around with the system input on the far side, I eventually realized that we need to have something to get the power of the ship up and running. Thinking I have the password by a random bit of Cyrillic I have written down on my notes, we are fully burning O2 at this point as we continue to mess around before hearing those delightfully haunting notes. We float back outside to watch the world burn out once more. Having once more dealt with the mass grave and the end point of our journey, even if we don't have all the pieces we need, looking through the notes, as mentioned before, I find a bit of Cyrillic writing I had, and for some reason, I think that's the code for the vessel. So, having decided that the Naumai secretly write and speak in Cyrillic, I mark that as a success, not checking my notes any further, which have the code written on them clearly. We decide to go and interact with something a little less bleak comparatively to what we've been dealing with, and wander off to the Ash Twin and mess around with the teleporters scattered across the equator. Landing on the Sun Tower, we mess around a little bit, attempting to get through the hallway of cactuses, getting a rather fatal bit of acupuncture. Trying again, we land on the Ash Twin, pass time by reading through the notes, and manage to connect the dots as to why we need to get to the ATP. Ash Twin Project. One rather silent celebration later, we end up throwing on our suit and heading out to the Sun Tower once more, managing to get to the room full of damnable cactuses. They might not be the godforsaken quantum ones we deal with on the other twin, but they're still a rather bothersome bit of foliage to deal with. Timing a run through the sand, we get right to the Sun Station. Takes a few attempts, but by God, we managed to get through with a general silent jubilation, not pictured for obvious reasons. We get the rough time of the autocorrect is going all over. Of the Nicaraguan civilization. Doing a spacewalk across the atmosphere of the sun, we find the true purpose of the Sun Station. To blow up the sun for some reason. I will be quite honest, dear viewer, I have no clue why Naumai wanted to blow up the sun. It's obviously to power something. I believe it might have been to power the Ash Twin Project, if I'm understanding the reading correctly. But I do not understand why, and I frankly do not care to understand why until the entire game is finished. No spoilers and all that. With no time to further muse upon the curated death of the universe and the Naumai getting generally disappointed that they can't cause the heat death of the universe on their own whims, we have the very first noise heard out of my mouth from the past hour and 12 minutes, as I get hit with a small heart attack, followed by an immediate panic attack of moderate levels, nothing really worth writing about, but dear God, it was a not fun experience for me. And as this ends, we're going to cut over to the recording version of me. Thanks for sticking around, and see you in the video proper. So, this will be the first time you guys are actually hearing me talk in a good long while. After, how long was it? Like, and I'm looking at the recording. After an hour and 12 minutes, I finally checked to see if audio was working, even though it had messed up last time, and I should have been checking more frequently. For some reason, it was just not working. And yeah, so the entire last bit doesn't have audio. I'm not sure what I'm gonna fucking do about that. I might be able to try and edit it together in like the sort of highlight reel with me narrating on top of it, but I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with it. I'm just gonna turn the AC on, and yeah, we'll keep playing. I need to figure out what exactly I'm gonna do here. It's the worst part is it's not even like the previous issue I had with audio where it's like, oh, we can kind of almost make out what you're saying, but let me check when the audio actually ends. Yeah, it literally stops like a minute 30 seconds into the recording. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll ask around. One of the streamer or YouTubers that I follow, Wuggernaut, he had something similar happen in his Enter Londo video of Dark Souls 1. So he might have some idea, but his issue was that the game audio stopped, not him. That was relatively solvable, because the amount of effort he put into it to edit audio over it and make it appear the same was absolutely insane. This is different. I can't go back in and add audio that isn't there. For some reason my microphone wasn't picking shit up. The fuck am I supposed to do here? We'll burn that bridge later. We're on the Sun Station. That's a massive development for us. We had big developments in the past, but this has been something that we've been attempting for a while. Let's just push forward and go from there. God fucking damn it. Okay, audio is doing good. If we go here, resume. As we're going across, looking around, do we have anything worthwhile up here beyond just killer views? There's this Now My statue that I remarked on last time. Just like, it's fascinating to see a Now My in this context. And also, this mentioned something about them trying to blow up the sun. I have no idea what the blazes that is about, and I'm not entirely sure I want to know why they want the sun to go supernova, but by God, they are attempting it for science. The approximate time until the sun, 2 minutes. Okay. Evacuate now. Oh, cool. Another system of the Now My, balancing the sun and the eye. I'm gonna pause here again, make sure that the audio is properly balanced. I'm gonna be really fucking neurotic about this for the rest of the episode. But see ya in the next recording. Right, the audio is still good. I keep adjusting my headphones because stuff isn't properly balanced there. If we go here, Ash Twin, we need to read fast. What happened? Did Sun Station not fire? It fired, but it failed. Sun barely responded. Infinitesimally small surface level changes, barely visible even to the third eye. Sun Station useless. It will never, could never cause the sun to explode. I don't know about that, man. I don't know what comes next. I suppose we must start over. I'm unsure how to start. Return to Ash Twin first. Perhaps a change of task would help. Spire noticed a comet approaching the star system. He'd like to investigate. Hi, I hurt for you, my friends. We all know how hard you've worked. I can only offer my compassion. How are you? How is Adaya? Good, Yarrow, or as well as can be expected. Although disappointed, I may have disagreed with exploding the sun, but I never wished the device would fail. I'd hope our terrible work is finished. So again, like, why are we actively attempting to explode the sun? That's my question. Okay, yep, so this is to show that. Seriously, why are we trying to explode the sun? Did my ship get sucked off into oblivion? Oh no, cool. It is still on the Hourglass Twins. That is a welcome change from all of the bullshit I'm going through right now. Nope, 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 don't. Shit. Cool, so we are not catching up to that in any way, shape, or form. Where are the Ash Twins? Clear other side of the planet. Fuck it. We'll... Did that just go under the surface of the sun? There we go, into a fiery pit of hell. So we've got something to check out on our thing. And then the first one... First one's gonna be a separate kettle of fish. Seriously, why are you attempting to detonate the sun? Is it for shits and giggles? What's the what is the larger purpose for attempting to cause the entire an entire solar system to just go kaput? You know, like, what's the larger goal there? Again, just hopping over to check audio levels. We're doing all right. I need to get a second monitor, or at the very least a thing that I can have over here that'll just show whether or not audio is being recorded, you know? Because, God, how do I want to counter this? Autopilot trajectory has been aligned. Go for it. Yeah, fire those retro rockets. They're just gonna come in nice. Landing camera and landing gear. I give no shits about either. Yeah, Sun Station. Designed to make sun go supernova. Conclude Sun Station could never do that. Seriously, why would you actively try to make a sun go supernova? That seems to go against a lot of the ethics held by the Now Mai, from what I've seen of them. You know? It I'm having trouble figuring out why they would willingly want the sun to go, supernova. It just doesn't make sense to me. Then again, I'm not a hyper advanced civilization that's, dealing with star travel and, potentially, having the ability to just fuck with shit because they decided to, you know? Like, what's the larger reasoning? Don't get it, man. I do not fucking get it. Yeah, as I was saying in the last recording, figured out what we need to do and why we specifically need to go to the Ash Twin project. It's because of the advanced warp core. It was mentioned in one of the past notes that the vessel had a advanced warp core, and essentially they were just trying to reverse engineer the warp core that was inside of the ship, so that they could use it for the Ash Twin project. And, mixed results there, but here's all that. Yep, there's the old Sun project. I was so happy when I figured out that I was able to do that. I just need to stop talking about it. It won't make it go away or be better. Now we'll just keep circumnavigating the planet to try and find... We're going to go to the Twins gate and then use that to try and get to our ATP place. Because I think that is going to be our next logical step. At least in my opinion. That's the next logical step. I found what I think is the code needed, though it might be a separate code. Couldn't tell you, though. But important thing right now is that we're getting to a point in which we're able to make these really big discoveries. Back up, let it roll over. Got the suit on. Got a pre-flight checklist. We'll remove auto jump. It's just not something particularly useful for me. I also like being able to have the finer control over it. If we go up here, does this have the roof? No, it doesn't. So I'm just wasting fuel right now. Which one is gonna be what we need? due to how the game works, it is most definitely going to be this one. Because it is, as I fly up to the top to show you guys, it is open. And that means it's going to, give whatever minor additional difficulty it can. I'm not sure whether or not it'll be able to pick us up and throw us if it's open. But we'll take what we can at this point. Do what we can. Also, we're getting closer to the point. Make sure we're under this. It needs to be what? Within... If we fly up... Nope. Have to be closer to this side, I think. We'll figure it out. If we hide in here, goes overhead. Nope. Okay then. We'll still get like 1 or 2 passes, but it'll be a bit. That's not the one I want to go into, it's this one. So yeah, we'll just play the waiting game here till it gets us. And now we wait. Editing me go ahead and just speed through the waiting process here. Alright guys, we're here. Let's get to it. Is it not? It's not letting us. And, of course, my fucking ship gets sucked off. It might be worthwhile to try and do a reset. And there goes my ship. There she goes. Damn it. Come on. Send me away. That's that. Go over here. May as well remind myself where this one will send us. It's not Bramble. Of course, all of them are on this side of me. But slow enough orbit that'll probably be able to send us out soon. Yeah, we'll... After we figure out where this goes, we'll reset the loop and... Yeah. Reset the loop and meander off to wherever we need to go. Oh. I am not dealing with the white hole nonsense again. I already lost my mind too much with that. But we need to get to the Ash Twin project. We need to actively get there. It's directly overhead, obviously, so we have to do something. I guess just keep playing chicken with it until we get there. Do we have any additional notes that we can look at? Because that could be worthwhile here. Guess that could be something we can do. Just play the waiting game. Adjust. And 1, 2, 3, go. Pursue. Speed off. Yeah, abort that just so we're here. How long until? So, yep, fly up around. Should be one of the pillars just roughly visible on one of the edges. There we go. That's our pillar. Use that as our waypoint. Piss off. And yeah, we'll throw another time lapse here. So start the time lapse, and then when it's ready, we'll have it be ready. Right, I'm back. Let's go about seeing if we can find what we need. The Ash Twins. If nothing else, the tops of the towers should be visible. Yep, there they are. Just wait for it to pass, and then we'll swing over them. I do wonder if you can or what all affects the ship. Like the gravity cannons, can you shoot your ship out with a gravity cannon? Bloody hell, I cannot speak. Are we able to put one of our ships on the teleport? It'll be a hell of a mangling to try and put it on there, but could do it. With this, we're gonna have to be really, really aggressive about maybe just try and like jet down while we're standing on it. Maybe that's how we can do it. Or like hide in that alcove and then just dash out as soon as it goes in front of us. Because like it needs to be within 5 degrees of separation, and because we're really close, those 5 degrees are gonna be a lot more precise. Because like the 5 degrees is, yeah, like I said, gonna be really tight compared to if we're warping to like Giant Steep, which has a significant margin of error that we can work with. So yeah, we'll hide in the alcove, and then when it goes like directly over us, we'll jump here, boost down, and go from there. We've got it roughly figured out. I might take a bit of a break after this attempt, just because As I'm sure you can imagine, I am not having the grandest of times. So we've got a tiny bit more until let's hit the edge. Can we? Nope. How long until the next circle happens? Because we'll wait it out. Is there a way to like increase our a way to do it, or do we have to literally just wait until it is perfectly overhead and just dive for it? That might be the way to do it. We just have to wait here and then we dive in, pray that we don't get sucked up to the top. So 1,000. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. So we've got like maybe a minute or so until it arrives. If I'm feeling cheeky, I'll throw up a timer. When I said a minute, it might be a little bit more than a minute just due to the way that like the double rotation is working. Yeah, so we go here, we hide. Three minutes of O2. It's brilliant. It is going up. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. Holy shit. I'm going to double check that audio is working as it should. It is. That is amazing. And with that, keep looking around. This is the Ash Twin Project, baby. I don't know where we are, but by Jove, it is working. 10 minutes and 39 seconds ago, perceived data from previous cycles, masks received from probe tracking module Giant Steep, that is our friend Gabro, and Timber's Hearth, that is us. 12 minutes until end of cycle transmission. 1, 2, 3. Why do we have 3 active? Is it quantum bullshit? No, there are 3 statues active here. What's the deal with that? Today we finished the excavation of Ash Twin. Here in this space we carved, we will craft our most ambitious project, ATP, powerful enough to send information back in time. Finish relocating all subterranean plants. During the digging, we'll have to keep an eye for how significantly we've altered the environment here. How far we've come since our experiments at HEL. Can hardly believe Ramey's hypothesis was right. Yarrow just sent the warp core for the final tower of us from Black Hole Forge. Ash Twin can connect with Giant Steep or Cassava, working with Ovens to craft that. OPC, where Phlox is sculpting memory statues. Hypothesis, not by accident the core of our warp tower was the last to be forged. Hypothesis, the cores could have been forged faster if Cassava had interrupted my work less. Important point is all connected through Ash Twin, no longer needed for mediating your disagreements. Friends on Giant Steep tested OPC. Mallow tells us the cannon is doing well, advocates for more launch power. If anyone can coax Oven's can, that asks to go to device into exploding. That too is likely hymns. Check on OPC, crew in interest of safety. Remind Ovens that Mallow will be one of the now Maya board, or is Mallow part of the problem? I think Mallow is part of the problem. Phlox and Daz finished memory statues today. Truly remarkable. ATP succeeds. Memory statues will activate, allowing us to gather more data before we shut down the project. Pi and Adaya worked hard. Sun station last complete. Everything goes as planned. Structure will prompt the sun's explosion, which in turn will supply the power ATP needs. Surprised their mental fortitude. This project's most difficult task in more ways than one. Nearly ready to activate ATP. Here what we need. First, the sun station will receive an order to fire, prompting it to explode. Using energy will result in the supernova. ATP will send the order for OPC to fire back in time by 22 minutes. Exactly 22 minutes after these orders are received, Sun Station will fire again, triggering supernova, sending the probe data from this cannon launch back in time. In total, each cycle will be precisely 22 minutes. Well, I suppose that answers how long each cycle is. These words are difficult to write. Sun Station did not work. Suppose we redesigned SS to generate power of the magnitude. Supernova is still our only viable option. Idea is easier expressed than accomplished. I did not notice the massive scrawling script in the background. That is so cool. Can wait for the sun to explode. Natural timeline if you prefer, but you'll need to find some way to halt our aging. Believe we can still find a way. Don't lose hope. However, closest we have, ATP is theoretically sound, only unable to power it. Perhaps there's another way. Halt research into creating supernova. Comet has newly arrived. Anxious to explore it. Very long time since we last explored, so we're excited to welcome. I wouldn't be. Holy shit. We just picked up so much. Brittle Hollow. What do we got? Good news. Advanced warp core ready to be installed. Central chamber. Intrigued. Overjoyed. No, it isn't. Everything well at the forge. Core's durability could be improved. Don't worry. Only nervous. Ignore her. Cool. I'm sorry for going rather quick with these, but I'm trying to avoid the heat death of the universe, and I'm really fucking excited about this. Gratitude. Ash Twin. Oh shit, these are the messages we've already listened to or read. Installed masks. Although, yep. Okay, we have read these. Right, reading this one, what does it say? Artificial gravity control. Wonderful. And what's... If we move this over here, what do we get? Removing the core will disable ATP. You're about to activate the core, access the core while ATP is active. Okay. Yep. Nope. Yep. Fly closer. Remove the warp core. Fly to here. Where's my ship? So if we go here, buckle up. Where's Brittle Hollow? No, god damn it. We were so close. Can we make it? How's the sun looking? Oh god, no, it is bright red. No, not Brittle Hollow. We need Dark Bramble. I don't... Not sure if we can make it, but we need to go here to the red mark and then follow that. It's the egg sac up to the upper right. Match velocity. Keep going. So with this, we just need to go directly to Ash Twin, grab that, and go from there. In. Towards the red one. Yep. Adjust our trajectory. Nope. Back out, back out, back out, back out. Does it reset? You know, we just have to keep drifting. Go to red. Red is going to be our port of call. Keep moving. Nope, nope, shit. Remove the core. What is that going to do to us? Shit, we... So I'm sure there's something here about the futility of life or whatever. Huh. I fucked up. I really fucked up, didn't I? We were so close, yet so far away. So very far away from what we needed to do. God damn. So we need to figure out how to access Echoes of the Eye. That's it, folks. We beat Outer Wilds. Yeah, load previous save. Let's try that again with less catastrophic death. Autopilot. No, it... Huh. So let's try to not do that again, shall we? Let's try and not do that. Oh. Now this is to editing me, but purely for the gaff of it, how about you just hard cut to credits after it says thank you for playing Outer Wilds for like a little bit. If nothing else, I think that could be funny. It might anger a few people, but what else is new? Well, we'll have to figure this out, because there's still a lot of stuff that we haven't fully figured. Let's look at this. Yep. Ash Twin Project. Held out chamber inside of Ash Twin. Energy cables plugged to that. 8 monoliths with now my masks. 3 of the masks are active. Probe tracking module. Giant Steep. Timber's Hearth. ATP designed to use energy stored. 22 minutes. Advanced warp core. Removing the core will disable ATP. How to make this work? We'll start another time lapse here to while we wait for it to deal with that. But yeah, let's see you guys once we have the opportunity. God damn it! Never mind what I just said. We'll start it again in like 30 seconds. There we go. Start the plowing time loop. Right. Let's get her open. Fly her over here. Drop down. And get her moving. Boom. Touchdown. Where are we looking? Okay, we can probably get her done in this run. Hands are sweaty. Almost there. It's getting closer. Closer. Almost there. I'm burning fuel, but I don't particularly care right now. Boom. Warp. here. Where is the third? The probe tracking module. Well, I'll have to double check where that is, because we have it locked somewhere. We just don't have it. Open that. Shut that down. Over here. And now we fly to here. Ship's over here. It's do or die, quite literally. Now we're gonna go here, view the ship log. We'll remove that from our HUD. Go mark the vessel on our HUD. Should, if nothing else, help us with what we need to do. Gonna have to feather our speed a little. Get around the sun. We need to take it slow. Take it in good stride. We don't need to rush. We just need to keep moving. So long as we keep moving, we'll work out fine. It's just a matter of getting it right. Yep, there we go. Fly low. I am so glad that I remembered we have the ability to mark places we've already been. Go red. Keep moving. Okay, then from here, we just go up. We're through. Hands off the controller. If we just drift, we should be able to make it. Audio is doing good. Audio is doing good. Too bloody close for my liking. Too bloody close. If we look here, we can get a lovely view of these creatures. Absolutely magnificent creature. Once we get to the eggs, we should be able to change our trajectory again. Alright, got what I think the code is here. It's the boom, 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 boom. Anyone around here? Nope. Now we start piloting. No, 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 no. No, I am not dealing with that bullshit right now. Thank you, good day. Right. Here we are. Go up here. We'll fly right here to the gap. Stand up. Lock in. And through here we go. We still need to find our way onto the launch probe. But that's going to be a issue for future us. Because the fact that there is a third signal being detected, I find utterly fascinating. Insert warp core. If we go here. First one. There we go. So we go here. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 1, 2, 3. Down, around. Here we go. Not sure if the order matters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, around. Here. Up, down, boom, 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 boom. God, my hands are so sweaty. Activate the warp core. Where are we? Is that it? You can move the camera back up now. Holy shit. Or anything here? What's this say? That's that. If we go up here and move it back to here, where does this warp us to? There's the vessel. This is all of the quantum stones and stuff. We're unable to pinpoint location. I am not surprised. We walk towards here. So we got a quantum frequency coming from down below. What all do we have here? I guess just head towards the core of it. I don't know. So we landed at the North Pole. Just keep walking, I guess. So, why is there so much quantum stone here? Like, obviously this is where it originates, but what's the deal with it? Keep... Got trees. Just keep walking deeper into the storm, I guess. Come on, use what we've learned. There we go. We got a waypoint. Need to grab a photo of a tree or something. No. Head to the South Pole, I guess. That's going to be our port of call here. Move the camera back up. What's going on here? Well, we're at the center of all of it. So what to do once you get onto the eye? What are we... So there's something there. I guess follow that frequency. Follow that frequency. Distress beacon, nothing's active. Nope. So that's what that is. Ow. Guess... Yeah, that's the warp hole. How do you want me to get into the, giant glowing wormhole? Maybe walk up the edge of these? Ah, yes, that is it. Walk to the edge. Into the void. What are we... There's those lads. There's our statue. Anomai never got to see it for themselves, but thanks to their efforts and technology, a Hearthian was able to reach the end of the universe. The radio tower on Timber's Hearth has some of the last ever photos taken of the entire solar system. Hornsfell noticed an anomaly in one of the photos, but it ultimately went unexplained. So it just spits us out there. At the end of its lifespan, our sun collapsed under its own gravity, then exploded in a violent supernova. So is this like all of the knowledge that we personally gathered? Of all the life forms who will perish in the oncoming death of the universe, we will miss the anglerfish the least. You're not wrong. The Namai who came to our solar system were following a signal from the eye of the universe. They perished when the interloper arrived, bringing with it a deadly substance we call ghost matter that flooded the entire system. That is... I'm gonna pause here so I can do it. Okay, that is why all of the corpses are like stuck in an instant of day-to-day life. So the center of that did open, detonate, spread ghost matter across the entire universe, doing a mass extinction event, and then as a result of that, we essentially picked up where they left off. Okay, up to the second floor. Second floor, what do we got? We are getting so many answers. Holy shit. We truly are stardust and the scope of the universe. Infinitesimally small. Is there a way for me to escape? Okay. So we're in a weird forest. What the fuck? I wasn't able to fully explore the upper floor. What? What are we supposed to find in here? Surely there's... Why do we have our signal scope and nothing else? Do launch mode. Unidentified signal nearby. It's heavy breathing. What the fuck? So we're dealing with multiple variants of ourself right now, right? Right? Like, that's the only way that we're gonna be working with what we're doing. I is if we're here, does that mean anyone else is gonna be here? I well, hello, old man. How are you doing? Do you hear music? I'll I'll roast a marshmallow with you, old man. I'm not sure why, but this seems like an apt thing to do as we approach the very end of time. How do we get him out? Okay. There it is. Go up to here. God, so we're really going all in on dealing with the quantum bullshit. So we need to find a way to get into that area, I think. I think. Come on, Ryback. Let me fucking talk to you, man. Well, the tower is continuously getting adjusted. Oh, are we needing to like gather the instruments and then? Yep. There he is. Hey, Ryback. It's not quite time yet. I'm pretty sure we'll need the others for this part. We'll need, you know, everyone. No rush. Take your time. It might not even exist here. There's the old harmonica. I don't like the quantum bullshit. That's drum and that. Drum and flute. Hey, Feldspar. Hatchling, you found me. Nice to have company around a campfire, isn't it? Go on, get the others. Wouldn't want them to miss out. Yeah, we'll save our man Gabro for last. Mainly because I don't fully remember. Do I need to equip my scout launcher and... No. Have you guys seen, Gabro? Or, not Gabro, our, little drummer boy? No. What's... I guess I'll go look for Gabro first. Should forgetting some. Yeah, I know I'm forgetting someone. I just a quiet shade. Across Old Bark. In the ancient glade. It's always dark. Hey, man. Found your, nope. Found your clarinet thing. Gabro. You're a great dude. You're making this really difficult for me. Where am I? Nope. God damn it. It's up in the trees somewhere. Did we get him? We did. Alright, surely you're going to be the most well put together, Gabro. Hey, time pal. So we're getting the band back together, huh? Go on, find the others. I'll be here yet. You don't need me yet, but you will. That's a Gabro I know and love. Fucking time, bro. Do I need to do this to prevent the quantum bullshit from happening? No. Yep. Nope. So it's definitely coming from that. If we put that away, take snapshot, get closer. It's all the way over there. Oh, the way he's the astronomer of the group, so naturally we have to. I'm a twit. Hey, Chert. Not yet. Take your time. I don't think there's anything left to go supernova. God damn. I was not expecting us to hit the end that quick, but I suppose once you already know all of the pieces, there's only so much you can do to, you know, mess up. We still need to get to the interloper pod and all that, but what do you say? What do you say, time buddy? Ready to start the music? It should be cool. What do you say then? Should I get out the old harmonica? Yes, haha, here goes nothing. Can't wait to play with the whole group again. Can I start? Go for it, okay? Won't let you down. Go for it, Shirt. Ryback. Should I begin? Yep, you got it. I'll do my best. My best. This is getting a screenshot of all of them. What are all of those? Guys, Ryback, I learned a lot by the end of everything. The past is the past now, but that's, you know, that's okay. It's never really gone completely. The future is always built on the past, even if we won't get to see it. Still, it's time for something new now. Hello, chat. Even if it's over now, I had a good time learning. I'm forgetting the voice I did for you. But I think the rules are about to change. How about you, Esker? Wow. How long has it been since I got to make music with everyone around a campfire? I'm really happy we're all here. Hello, Feldspar. You cut it you cut it a little close, don't you think? Well, it worked out all right in the end, I suppose. I hope there are beasties in the next one. Oh, Gabro. I tell you what, this has been really fun. I got to help make something pretty cool, so I've got no complaints. I mean, not me exactly, but close enough. It's the kind of thing that makes you glad you stopped and smelled the pine trees along the way, you know? I know exactly what you mean. Do we... What are we doing? Holy shit. We have horns for the first time in the entire soundtrack. Are we seeing the sun go supernova again? That reminds me of, like, my days back in marching band, where that would be, like, the big piece that we play to try and wow the judges. And wow, did that wow me. It's the, wow signal, if you will. God damn. That was an amazing game. There's still stuff I need to go out and find, but this is one hell of a game. I am so excited to just start looking into other people's playthroughs at this point. Particularly if you're watching this, Ryan Birding, Indigestion, you are definitely going to be first on my list. You know, thank you for watching. But Yen still terrifies you, by the way. Yennefer Vengerberg. But God, this episode has been such a roller coaster. Going from the bullshit of the first recording part, where it's, 2 hours, or it's like an hour of me just blathering on in silence. I still need to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do with that, and it's bothering me. But God, to these, like, massive highs, like, the first "you died" screen was wild, considering everything else has just been yeah, by the way, you just got time looped. But I stopped the time looping, I got out, and that cello rendition of the theme is so cool. I'm loving this game so much. I just want to keep exploring, there's so much to this game that I haven't seen. Like, what was going on with what's his name, the one Naomai who went on a pilgrimage to the quantum moon. We still need to get to the quantum moon. I think I'll make that like a bonus episode or something at the end. Actually, no, we'll staple it to the end of this. But this was so... Again, the... Is it transposition? Where it's played on a different instrument. The main theme being played on the different instruments is so fucking cool. Something that I'm trying to come to terms with right now, if I had to guess, a fair amount of you won't stick around. And that is perfectly okay. It's the end of this, the past of the past, and we have to move forward. But please send me suggestions for the next game to play. I would love to get more recommendations for something like this. There's so much to do that I haven't played games of. We need to play Echoes of the Eye, so you guys might stick around a little bit longer. But, yeah, like I said, after that, there's a good chance might not see a lot of you again. Thank you for coming around. We'll figure out what game we're gonna play soon after. Oh god. Special thank yous to everyone. Much love to the player community. No, thank you, Mobius, for creating this magnificent game. I wonder if they're making any other projects. 14.3 billion years later. What are we dealing with? Oh, that is so cool, seeing the art at the end of this. So, like, what, the cores are exposed? I mean, life does have a habit of returning. That was probably Ember's hearth off to the side. Well, I need to figure out how to start Echoes of the Eye. If one of you guys would go about telling me how to do it in a non-spoiler manner. Am I able to do it through here? No, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm not quite sure how to end this. And that's okay, because we have more game to play with. It's so fascinating learning about the Naomai, the time loop. We've got some mysteries like, namely, who has the third statue active? That's the main one for me. The sequence of running through the forest as it's time shifting or whatever, and like doing quantum bullshit, was so cool to just mess around with. And coming to terms with mortality, which as far as I can tell, is at least part of what's going on here. Like, learning how and when to move on in some aspects. Or at least that's how I'm interpreting it, like memento mori and all that. And like, there's only so much you can learn and figure out by clinging onto the past and repeating the same things over and over again. Which is something I, as a person, need to get better at. But I know, I'll be fascinated to see other people's interpretations of it. I'll probably make a follow-up video, like at the beginning of Echoes of the Eye or whatnot. That's Q&A, a quanda, if you will. If you guys have any questions you want to ask me about the game, my experience with it, my thought process involving some things, or hell, just about stuff going on outside of it, like, you know, what's your favorite game? You know, what's your favorite band and album? What's, you know, if you could have one superpower, what would it be? Just stuff like that. What all do you guys have going on? We'll make a intro video to, or start Echoes of the Eye and finish up some of the scraps in the next one. Namely, whoever the fuck is in that third mask. I'm gonna leave it here for today. I haven't had a chance to get anything to eat. I'm just gonna keep rambling at this point. So the video will end when I get it to end, but this has been a game that I've been looking forward to playing for a long goddamn time. I heard about the game through Ryan with Little Indigestion. I mod for some of his videos, so hearing the whole community gush about, oh, you gotta play Outer Wilds, it's, you know, an amazing game, we can't say anything, and we're gonna be mildly pretentious pricks about that. I say that in the most loving way possible. But being able to finally play it, and knowing that I can now step forth into the world and be one of those aforementioned pretentious pricks about this series where it's like, oh, you gotta play it, it is the best thing since sliced bread, and I'd say it's pretty damn close. It's pretty damn close to sliced bread. But I'll sort through my thoughts more and give some stuff at the Echoes of the Eye. I know I keep saying that. I'm not sure how long Echoes of the Eye is. I'll Google that right now. Outer Wilds, Echoes of the Eye, length. Okay, 10 to 15 hours. Oh, we'll have plenty of time for stuff like 3 to 4 more videos. But yeah, we'll figure this out later. You guys will have to like let me know or whatever if there's a way to do Echoes of the Eye. But yeah, I'm rambling. See you guys later, and if I don't see you again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here as long as you have. I'm sorry about the beginning of the video, however it's fixed. You'll see. Yeah, see ya around, folks. This is Sven, Elven Prince, finishing the main part of our expedition. See ya.